Okay, so somebody want to share the reflection on this table? Go on, Bismillah.
The submissiveness of our prayer, so we are connecting
Yes, to the ghaib.
the ghaib.
Okay, and God is at the center of the ghaib. Everything, there's oneness. We believe that everything is from Him. There's just oneness. And that's your Tawheed element. That everything is coming from Him. And He's the thing. You have to then establish a connection with the ghaib, which is Allah. Okay, that's the so the unseen side. You're doing that, and I noticed terminology. It doesn't say addu wa salah, perform the prayer. It says establish the prayer. So what you're doing is you're establishing a connection with the non-physical, with this force, this power that's behind all of this. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the T model. Oh, sorry, wrong. That's the permanent marker. Wrong one. I think that's going to stay there forever now. So, okay. So T model of religion, okay, of faith. So the vertical bar, that's your connection with the ghaib, the invisible. Yeah, it's just your connection. So you're always connected with the invisible, and you are with your soul, with the ghaib. All the laws are happening. Yeah, and sometimes in your dreams you're connecting with the non-physical dimension. So that's the vertical dimension. Yeah, and you have to remind yourself. You have to focus on the aspect for it to really embed and become part of you. Otherwise, it's just a belief, but the way you function and govern in your daily life doesn't mean anything at all. Yeah, because it's just an idea. Yeah. But is that enough? Yeah, is that enough there? So, for example, you could go away into the countryside, into a mountain, into a cave, and just worship God and just meditate, reflect on the beauty of the world, and connect with God. Is that enough? Okay. And that's where the وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ comes. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ, then that's your horizontal connection. So once you've made that vertical connection, then how do you connect with God? Now God is such a huge, abstract, we cannot even fathom the concept of God. It's huge. But how do we connect with God? Okay? How do we connect with God? And we connect with God through His creation. And that's what He calls the ayah, the signs. And at this point, I want to refer you to the booklet now. I want to share with you a really beautiful hadith, page 21, number 14, okay, which kind of indicates this idea that you connect with God through His creation and especially through people. Okay, through people. Can I have a volunteer to read? It's in English. Page 21, number 14, Finding God. Okay, Bismillah.
Finding God. Where are you looking? On the authority
No, sorry, on the page number 14. Number 14, Finding God, where sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, me. I was looking at it, carry you right. My bad. Carry on.
Finding God. Where are you looking? On the authority of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, who said that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Allah, mighty and supreme be He, will say on the day of resurrection, O son of Adam, I fell ill and you visited me not.
Okay, just pause there. Just look out. It's mind-boggling this, right? I was ill and you didn't visit me. God is saying this to a person. And just pause. Yeah, this is a massive paradigm shift here. That where do you find God? You find God with the vulnerable. Yeah, you find God with the ill. And if this goes on, you find God with those who got no food, the hungry and the poor and the homeless. And Allah is identifying Himself, yeah, with these vulnerable people. Okay? So it's not enough just to meditate and have this deep sense of connection with the universe, connection with the higher being. Then how do you, otherwise you're just abstract. Yeah? Otherwise you just become a monk. Okay? So where being human becomes different, then you're benefiting others, but you're benefiting others by recognizing that you're engaging with God. through his creation. And that's why the idea of ayah, sign, is so important, because everything is pointing towards God. So when you see people, yeah, you're engaging with God. Yeah? And that's a really powerful idea, and that shows anybody who has that kind of thought process, you will never oppress or suppress or exploit another human being. You won't. Because you have connected God, Allah's connected God with his people. Yeah, that's how you're connecting with God. You connect with God through people and through his creation. Okay? So really, really powerful hadith there, and it just changes the way you deal with people, the way you see people. And one of the reasons why I believe that there's so much oppression in the world today, that on a global scale, most countries, most nations see people as just objects to be exploited and their resources. They don't see anything sacred or divine about other humans. Yeah? And unless you have this concept, you will exploit people, you will oppress them, you will suppress them, and you won't feel anything about it. But here, if you exploit that ill person, that poor person, vulnerable person, yeah, God is saying, I'm going to hold you to account for that. That was me. Yeah, and the hadith goes on and said, you would have found me with him, that was me. Yeah, and it's just so, I find this really, really, it's earth-shattering really. The way you engage with humanity just changes your whole concept completely. And that idea would transform the world. Yeah, you would never exploit a human being, because to exploit a human being is you're going against your own creator then. Yeah, that's just, wow, amazing. So, the T model, then that's your vertical connection, and that's your horizontal connection. Okay? And both have to be there for you to fulfill your purpose of being human. Yeah? So your purpose of being human is there to reflect and understand God's beauty and God's knowledge and God's attributes. But then also, you are the vehicle of God to benefit others as well. And this is why the story later on talks about Adam. Allah chose him as what? Khalifa on the earth. God's deputy on the earth. Again, that is like, whoa. It's like, if you work in an organization, as a deputy, you've got deputized powers of the main person. Right? You're a deputy of God on earth. It's like, that's just phenomenal, isn't it? It's like, wow. If you understand, that is your role on earth. You're deputizing for God on earth, and just so that you're the vehicle, means that people see the compassion of God, see the kindness of God, see the justice of God through you. Okay? So, T model. Okay? Remember the vertical connection. You've got to work on that, and then also you've got to work on the horizontal connection as well. Okay? I'm just going to pause. If you want to make a few notes on that and discuss how the T model is so different from, say, other concepts of religion where it's just about meditating and just becoming spiritual and so on. How the Islamic framework connects your faith to service to humanity as well. Okay. Just a minute.